Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, January 19, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Memphis Grizzlies vs Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks have been playing well so far as they are 27-19 right now. They are being led by small forward Giannis Antetokounmpo so far, and that is going to help them progress throughout the regular season. They are coming off a 121-114 road loss to the Atlanta Hawks. The biggest problem that popped up was the fact they allowed the Hawks to shoot 32 free throw attempts. The Bucks are looking a bit messy at the moment, and it's clear that they are not playing at the same level as a team from the previous season. On the other side, we have a red-hot Memphis, who is climbing up the top of the Western Conference and is already top of its own division ahead of the Mavs, while the Bucks are just third in the Central Division, behind Chicago and Cleveland. The Memphis Grizzlies have been doing well this season as they are 31-15 thus far. They are being led by point guard Ja Morant so far, and that is going to help them progress throughout the regular season. They are coming off a 119-106 home win over the Chicago Bulls. The biggest positive was that they were able to shoot 40% from beyond the arc throughout the game. Our first betting pick will be the Grizzlies at plus 4.5. The Milwaukee Bucks suffered the fourth loss in 5 games as they dropped a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter and lost 121-114 to the Atlanta Hawks on the road. Another disappointing display from the reigning champions, who didn't cover a -5 spread, which is the 4th time in 5 games they failed to cover. At the moment, the Bucks are at a 20-26 ATS record. Milwaukee had a 12-point lead at halftime, and it seemed they controlled the game, but Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton needed more help on offense. The Memphis Grizzlies quickly forgot a massive loss to the Mavericks and responded with a 119-106 home victory in the very next game. Memphis covered a -8.5 spread, which was the 9th time in 10 games the Grizzlies managed to cover. The Grizzlies now improved to a 30-16 ATS record. The second quarter proved to be crucial as the Grizzlies won that period by 13 points. Memphis shot 51.1% from the field and 63.2% in that third quarter. Our second betting pick will be over 225. Toronto Raptors vs Dallas Mavericks. Toronto is averaging 107 points per game. They scored 99 points in their last game, making 41.1% of their field goals and 36.1% of their three-pointers. Chris Boucher led the way for the Raptors with 23 points and 10 rebounds. Fred VanVleet finished with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Pascal Siakam added 18 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 5 steals. Toronto has played well defensively, giving up 106 points per game. They gave up 104 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to win this game. Dallas is playing its best basketball of this campaign, and I think they have an edge over the Raptors, who have been struggling on offense in the last week or so. That's good news for the Mavs, who have the 3rd best team defense in the NBA and are playing at home, where they won each of the last 5 games. Even if the visitors find a recipe to limit Doncic in this one, I seriously doubt their offensive prowess despite having some extraordinary scorers on the roster. Dallas is averaging 105.5 points per game. They scored 104 points in their last game, making 39.8% of their field goals and 32.4% of their three-pointers. Luka Doncic led the way for the Mavericks with 20 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, and 3 steals. Dorian Finney-Smith finished with 17 points and 10 rebounds, while Jalen Brunson added 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. Dallas has also played well defensively, giving up 102.7 points per game. They gave up 102 points in their last game and will need another solid defensive effort if they want to get the win. Our first betting pick will be the Mavericks at -4. The Dallas Mavericks managed to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder at home, much harder than expected, but Jason Kidd will gladly take that W and improve to a 25-19 record. The Mavs failed to cover a -11.5 spread in a 104-102 victory, which is just the 2nd time in the last 8 games they didn't cover. The Mavericks have a 23-21 ATS record at the moment. Dallas had an 11-point lead at the interval, but the Thunder played better in the second 24 minutes. However, the Mavs never surrendered the lead and deservedly won in the end. They were better in assists, 28-20, and steals, 7-2, and won despite shooting below 40.0% from the floor, 39.8%. Once again, the Toronto Raptors displayed a pale offensive performance, and this time around, they suffered a 104-99 road loss to the Miami Heat. It was the third time in 4 games the Raptors failed to reach a 100-point mark, and all 3 games resulted in defeats. Toronto narrowly failed to cover a +4 spread, and now didn't cover in 3 of the last 5 games. Still, the Raptors have a positive 22-19 ATS record. Toronto shot 41.1% from the floor and made 13 triples opposite Miami's 9, but the fact that the Heat scored 7 free throws more than the Raptors turned out to be decisive in this close clash. Our second betting pick will be under 207.5. Oklahoma City Thunder vs San Antonio Spurs. Oklahoma City had a late comeback effort fall short in a 104-102 loss to the Dallas Mavericks on Monday night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 34 points to lead the Thunder, who have dropped 7 of their last 8 games. The Thunder's last 4 losses have been by 4, 5, and 2 points. Oklahoma City went into play last in the NBA averaging 100.8 points and is 12-12 when it scores in triple digits. This one is going to be one of the rare opportunities for the Spurs to come up with a victory as they try to gain ground in the Western Conference playoff picture. San Antonio is at home, but they have had their issues this season, posting an 8-13 record at the AT&T Center. On the plus side, the Spurs have the majority of their nucleus back on the floor after having several key pieces in the protocols earlier this month. Oklahoma City battled against Dallas, but ran out of steam when they had a chance to tie or win the game late. The Spurs were outmatched in the second half in a 121-107 loss at home to the Phoenix Suns. Center Jacob Poeltl had 23 points and 14 rebounds, and Dejounte Murray added 18 points. Phoenix outscored San Antonio 34-16 in the fourth quarter. Our first betting pick will be San Antonio Spurs -6.5. Oklahoma City gave Dallas all they wanted and more but ended up falling short. The Thunder entered Tuesday in the basement of the Northwest Division, 14.5 games behind the Jazz. In the Western Conference, the team is 14th, 8.5 games behind the Nuggets for the final guaranteed playoff spot, and 4 games behind Portland for the final spot in the play-in tournament. Against Dallas, Oklahoma City trailed by 9 after the opening quarter, by 11 at the half, and by as many as 22 midway in the third quarter before rallying. The Thunder closed to within 5 after 3 quarters and got within 2 on multiple occasions in the final minute. They were unable to complete the comeback. Oklahoma City shot 43.4% from the field, including 11 of 35 from three-point range, and lost a rebounding battle 47-42. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the Thunder with 34 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists in the loss. Our 2D betting pick will be under the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.